Hello.
Hi, welcome goddesses. Hey, Ramona.
Hey, Paige. Oh, beautiful blue
I
ocean
know.
behind you. It's just calling me in. I want to go swim in the waters. Soon enough, I will be there.
Yeah, you are getting ready for a beautiful trip to Greece.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes, so this will be our last goddess chat for the month. And then we will wrap up our time with Diana the first Monday in October, because we have 5 Mondays in October. So we're going to shift things around a little bit. So we'll be chatting again come October the 3rd.
third,
But for today, we're going to talk about altars for the goddess Diana, Artemis, whichever aspect of that divine feminine you lean into most. We tend to talk about these two together because they are so closely related.
yes, they are. They are. Yeah, the one just kind of morphed from the other, and as you often see with the Roman and the Greek gods and goddesses,
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
it's like one takes that aspect and then one ups it sometimes. But
Well, I'm going to be
But you
spending
know,
quality time with Artemis.
I was going to say, I think you'll really be able to tap into that and all the other energies. I'm really interested to know
Oh yeah, me too.
who comes out.
Me too. I'm
Yeah,
like, ooh, what's gonna happen?
I
Because the
know.
retreat that I'm going to is connecting to the divine feminine, working with goddess aspects. So I'm actually kind of excited to see what somebody else does with this work, and then see how that inspires us to move forward.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Well, I've been thinking about Diana and Artemis and the altar building. We talk each month about what's specific to the goddess and what you can, I mean, why we even do an altar. Because
Yeah.
we're not really like worshiping any of these
So we're just leaning
deities. We're just
leaning into cultivating that energy within our own selves.
right. And with both aspects of the goddess Artemis and Diana, there's all the bow and arrow. She's the goddess of the hunt, so you'd want to have some kind of representation of that in some way. And then the moon. Now, we just had a full moon, and I
Ooh, that
believe,
watery moon.
yeah. However, I think it's more of the closer to the new moon, where you just see that crescent. And because
When I will be in Greece is
there
during moon.
you go, you're just right at the perfect time. Yeah, so we were talking about how Diana is represents that focus. And
Mhm.
for me, that bow and arrow, the archery, it takes a lot of focus to hit that mark.
Mhm.
However, it's we talked about how you have to trust. So you get that focus, you let go, and you just have to trust that arrow is going to go where it's going to go, right?
Well, and your focus is
It's going to,
taking that energy in that direction, right?
right. So I'm thinking about what do I want my focal point to be in the altar? And I
Yeah.
haven't quite figured that out.
Beautiful.
So that I think in my altar is what I
Yeah.
want to concentrate on. I don't know if anything resonates with you in particular.
I mean, the moon always resonates with me.
Well, sure.
I have the crescent on me, and I actually my the moon when I was born was a crescent. So it makes sense as to why I have 2 tattoos of crescent moons on me. I didn't know that until I got this lovely gift. But it's definitely having some representation of the triple goddess,
Mm-hmm.
the aspect of the oh wow, it's escaping my brain. the first aspect
Maiden.
of, thank you, the
or
maiden,
the crone.
the maiden, the mother of the
Mother.
crone, right?
Mhm.
So your two crescents represents the maiden and the crone, and then the full moon represents the mother.
Mhm.
So you're, leaning into understanding those energies for yourself, right?
Yeah. I don't know where I am in that. I'm in the mother, leaving the mother into the crone
Right.
stage.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like I'm totally the maiden. I'm just off, woohoo, running off doing
mean,
this stuff. But
my son just moved out of the house, so I don't know where I fall either. But yeah, definitely have the heart of the maiden. Like, I'm like, oh, going to Greece, bye. Like,
yeah. Well,
times.
as you should, as you should. Tell me because you are the yogi,
Oh. Mm-hmm.
what do you think is the best yoga practice or yoga position or postures that would
So,
honor that Diana Artemis energy?
well, I mean, you can always work through the moon salutation. So like the sun salutation, we have a moon salutation. The moon salutation is different from the sun salutation because the sun salutation just moves, forward and back on the mat. And you stay in the same direction the whole time. The magic of the moon salutation, which I actually practiced on Saturday with our full moon, is that you rotate around your mat. So you go back to a lunge, but then you walk yourself to the side of the mat and you find yourself into goddess. And then you fold forward and you walk yourself back to the back of your mat. So you're facing the opposite direction now. And then you bring that leg forward, you come up and
Right.
you do the whole thing again, but now you go to the other side of the mat. So it's such a fun and unique practice to access, is that moon.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah, I never thought about how you rotate around the mat and
Just
that.
like the moon.
Yeah, just like the moon. There
Yep.
you go.
I love it. So great. And you do it in a clockwise direction, right? So yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe we'll try that tonight. Whenever I teach a class, I have to be cognizant of where everybody's rear end is.
Yeah. Well, you can always demonstrate and then guide through.
Yeah.
So,
I just remember when I had everybody with their backsides to me that one time.
About your
my practicum. It's like,
yep.
Oh, I don't know about you goddesses, but your rear ends look so good.
That's great. Bring in the joy.
That's it. You got to find some.
Yep.
Nothing is perfect in this.
Yeah.
In this
but
world,
that's part of learning. Right?
That's how exactly.
So with your altars, just bringing in stones and we often see Artemis and Diana in the forest. So you could bring in green, like something that represents trees. Maybe a deer is also something that you see. So
deer, bear, dogs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, just kind of leaning into the different things that whenever you see images of Artemis and Diana, what surrounds them, those are the kinds of things you can bring into your altar. A candle always is good just to help.
Sure.
And essential oils that represent focus for you, like things that help you stay focused and get, like peppermint, it activates the brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those are good things to have with your altar as well. And then any requests of support that you need, like what are you wanting to focus your attentions on, and asking for help to do that. An image of the goddess always is one of our go-to altar items.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'd love to hear more about what what you come up with, and share your images of your altars if you come up with something magical.
Yes. Yes, goddess.
Yes, good. So with that, we're going to sign off, and we will see you in a couple of weeks once I return from this great adventure that I'm like, I have a lot to do, but I've also done a lot of preparing. So like it doesn't feel like, okay, I have to get it all done like today, but I definitely am in the flow of, okay, I need to do this today and I'm going to do this tomorrow. And then that way when next Monday comes and I have a very full day of work, I'm not going, oh my gosh, I didn't get anything back.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
you'll have it all
definitely not
together.
procrastinating, focusing on getting things done.
And you have been very successful in focusing on your eating plan and your
Yeah.
goal. And
Yep. I have come quite a ways in a couple of months here.
yeah,
Grateful for the support system that I have in place, and including the coach that I'm working with, but mostly my husband for being willing to help produce things that I need to have in order to stay
yeah,
on track.
it's all about support. We can try to do these things on our own.
Yeah.
It helps to have a little bit of a support system.
Yep. So I will share this just since we brought it up. So I have this pair of yoga pants that I was given to me as a gift several years ago from this company that I love, and I had several other yoga pants from that company, and she had given me one set that was smaller because I was like, I'm gonna lose this weight and be able to wear something that's smaller eventually, and so as a gift, she had given me this pair of pants, yoga pants, and I'm wearing them today.
I love
That is
it.
very exciting for me that I have been they've been sitting in my closet with the tag on for 5 years. And this morning, as I was starting to organize, like kind of mentally organizing my plans for this trip, I was like, I should pull out those pants and see if they fit.
Yeah.
And sure enough, they did. So it was like,
Oh, that is like the best feeling.
yes. So, and I'm not doing this for vanity. I'm doing this for health and well-being. And so I'm just grateful that I have found something that is taking me in the direction
Sustainable
that
and
I want to be in. Yes, and it's sustainable, and it has a path that ultimately is easeful. And that was my request, is ease and support. And
yeah.
so this program has given me both of those things. So I'm very grateful.
I think that's a good lesson in anything that we want to attempt, that to follow your intuition. And a lot of times it takes some trial and error, and where kind of meet yourself where you are.
100%.
Yeah. And call on support.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have many a times, especially over the last month.
Yeah.
The first month was like, I'm in it, everything's going great, da, da, da. And then month 2 came and I was like, oh my gosh, it's not working.
Not working.
anymore. And it was working. I was just having a mental battle. My ego was freaking out because I wasn't giving up like I've done in the past, or I wasn't getting sidetracked. So
Yeah.
focus.
Focus.
There it is, right?
Yeah.
With that,
Right.
we
Stay
will
focused, goddess.
and have a beautiful